Hi, welcome to Socially Served. I'm your host, Frank Sroka, and we're at the Abilities Expo, and I'm here with Bruce of Freedom Wings. And Bruce, I wanted to ask you about Freedom Wings. Like, how did this start? It's such a unique concept.
It started in the U.S. about 35 years ago, and our founder in Canada, Charles Peterson, brought it to Canada about 20 years ago and Canadianized it.
So when they brought it into, so tell me a little bit about what Freedom Wings does. It's like a gliding service.
Yeah.
You enable people to have that experience of gliding through the air.
What happens is that once a year, on an annual basis, we allow people 15 to 20 minutes flight in a glider with a professional pilot to go for an inspirational flight for no charge.
That's amazing. So we're talking about individuals with disability barriers, right?
Yes.
Or ability barriers, I should
Ability
say.
barriers, yeah.
So how does that work? Like, so they do they apply? Do they go to
All they basically do is call and make an appointment. We normally recommend 2 appointments because we are depending on the weather, and we don't fly in the thunderstorms.
That's a good thing.
We try and keep it.
Okay, so when they come over, so are there any type of assistive devices that you use or controls that, like, do they fly the glider? Do you enable them to do that?
We do. We have a professional pilot in the back seat, and then they have a set of live controls. So the only restriction is that the client has to have impulse control, because we don't want them fighting with the controls with the pilot in the back.
Right.
But past that, they go up. Our one glider is equipped with hand controls, so the necessity of having use of their feet is not required because we've converted it to a hand control.
That's amazing. And I think what we're going to do also is, after our interview, we're going to go to your booth here at the Abilities Expo and look at the simulator there and see how that works. So do you have to have like flight experience? Like, how do you pre-screen individuals? Because sometimes they may think they may have something with heights, or is this a challenge for them that they want? This is their to-do list, their bucket list.
We've seen a lot of bucket lists. we've done ages from 4.5 is the youngest we've done so far, and then 78 is the oldest.
Wow.
So we're always looking to push limits,
Wow.
and but it's all in the margin of safety, and it's an experience. Our job is to make sure that when they finish the day, that they walk away usually smiling, and then we usually just see them chattering between themselves and their caregiver of an experience. We allow the caregiver to go for a flight at a promotional price, but it's still not necessary that the caregiver has to go for a flight to be able to experience the flight for no charge. We're not trying to create a financial burden onto the person.
And so how are you funded then?
We were given some bursaries from a couple insurance companies, and we live off the proceeds of the bursaries. And then what we try and do is we're all volunteer, so it works out.
Now, do you have a website or that people can contact you?
Sure, you can reach us at freedomswings.com.
Okay.
And
so freedomwings.com. So then if they want to contribute or they want to make a donation, is the same website there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic.
But a donation's not required to come and do the flight.
Right.
Like, we're not.
It's the experience, right?
Exactly.
And I guess it's also the experience where it's there's no holds bars, right? I mean, you're flying, you have the device, you have the controls, and that in itself is an experience often for people with barriers, right?
Oh, exactly.
So you're trying to initiate that sort of experience.
Yeah, and then we also have one of our gliders equipped with the hand controls. We've actually seen some people actually go to the point where they've gotten their pilot's license.
Wow.
And that doesn't happen very often, but it's but we've certified 3 pilots to become glider pilots.
So do they then, I guess maybe, do they donate their time with this initiative with Freedom Flights? Or,
Yes.
So they come back, right? So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Right? Because they've started that experience, they come back, and
Yeah.
they're contributing back into the
Into the
community,
system.
into the system.
Yeah.
And it's, wow, that's amazing.
Well, and it's a win for both, right?
Yes.
Because not only the client, we find that our volunteer pilots are just, it's giving back in.
Right.
So, we go away at the end of the day very tired, but it's a good tired.
So how long has your organization been in operation now?
In Canada, we're just pushing 20 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
And we're getting back into it. Of course, everything got shut down, including us with COVID.
Right.
But we're expecting a record year this year,
Great.
and go from there.
Oh, excellent.
So,
Well, Bruce, I'm really excited to go over to your simulation booth.
Good.
So we're going to do that next. And I thank you for coming on board to Socially Served. It's a pleasure to interview
Nice.
you. And again, if you want to give that website out.
okay, freedomswings.com, and that's Freedoms, FREEDOMS, wings, WINGS.com.
Thanks so much, Bruce. And thank you, viewers, and we'll see you again on Socially Served. Take care.